again, this is why you need to sign up so you can
kill it.
so you
Kill
can
it.
find so you can dive into all
Who was
this
doing
fun.
this? Was it the Germans? Was it my
No.
people? Must have been the Russians. We bring chicken around to circus. Look at this chicken with head cut off. What are you doing? The Russian chicken's much stronger than weak Yankee chicken. Yankee chicken die in 2 seconds. They have to cut off head. This chicken can lift 5 times body weight.
All right, shall we do the lightning round?
Yeah.
All right, so these are 5 questions, true or false. We have 3 minutes for each one for Beth to give us the question, for us to talk it out and decide if we think it's true or false. So we ready, Mikey?
I am all set, I think.
Ready, Bethy?
I'm ready.
Question 1, go.
It's a history question. Oliver Cromwell was tried and executed for treason more than 2 years after his death.
The way
I
you
believe
phrased
it.
that initially, I thought you were going to say he was like executed twice. But
No.
so he was tried
that's
and
not what I
executed
said.
for treason 2 years after his death.
Yes.
Sadly, I'm a student of history, but I will admit that I'm not that up on that particular piece of history. But doggone it, it sounds like something that they would have done back in the day. This feels like a truth to me, or they found somebody else to execute in his stead. I don't know. What do you think, Michael?
If it's not him, then somebody else. I mean, I know I've heard about this happening. I don't know if it was him specifically, but I know I have heard about this. It's very believable. This isn't one where I would just go, oh no, absolutely it did not happen. No, I do think this is something that happened.
Here's why it's believable for me though. There was a pope that similar kind of story that after his death they tried him for something and then they like excommunicated him and then they like dug up his remains and like burned him and tossed him out.
Yeah.
And I might be conflating those stories, thus getting me to the true.
Do you want me to give you a little bit of background? Do you guys know who Oliver Cromwell was?
Yeah, but why don't you share for the rest of the audience? So yeah.
So share it. Okay.
Yeah, share it so just everybody else on the same.
Oliver Cromwell was a Puritan military commander who led Parliament's forces in the English Civil War.
Yep.
Yeah. I buy into it.
So
I do
England
think
had a civil war, and he was one of the charging commanders.
Well, look, it seems like something that, the crazy English would do. And, we came from crazy England.
Mm-hmm.
So,
luckily we've really advanced.
No, I was meaning my family personally. We came over on the Mayflower. Yeah, I think I would stick to true on this one because it's just crazy enough and sounds like something English would do. Though I do have concerns that I'm conflating it with that other story.
Yeah,
the Pope.
I'm a little bit concerned about, or that I'm thinking of somebody else as well, but I will stick to true as well.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It actually is true, but this is kind of a crazy story and why you should sign up for the emails, because after the monarchy was restored, Cromwell's corpse was exhumed posthumously, convicted, hanged, beheaded, and his head was displayed on a spike. And then it was sold multiple times. So it did a tour.
Did it end up with Ripley's?
No, it eventually got reburied, but
and here we have Oliver Cromwell's head,
like hundreds of years.
Yes.
Yeah, they left it on a spike outside of the royal kingdom.
Well, that was all in vogue back in the day to do that.
Yeah. Marvelous, sir. Marvelous. I see you have quite a collection of skulls outside, sir.
All right. So that was true.
Yeah.
All right. We did not conflate the story. I was concerned. All right. Next one.
Next
one for one, Dan.
Go.
Chiropractic treatment began with a man who claimed that the practice was revealed to him by a ghost during a séance.
Well,
people call that like kooky mystic BS kind of care. Many people do. So maybe, I don't know. Michael, you got any thoughts on this one?
It sounds believable only because I believe chiropractic physicians. I think in order to become a chiropractor, the list of qualifications are: 1, do you have a pulse? And 2, that's the end of the list. I think pretty much anybody can become one. It's quackery at its finest. Not to go off on a rant here, but my mom, I think, has been seeing a chiropractor for 45 years. Her back is just as messed up now as it ever has been. Never is in any medical field is there ever been something that has never worked more than that. So I would believe that it totally came to somebody from a ghost or from a séance or from Lucifer or whatever you would tell me. I believe it. It may well be false, but I'm just going to say it's true because I believe the entire chiropractic field is a bunch of BS.
Doesn't Costco sell chiropractic classes in a family pack with a piece of beef jerky?
They just give you a certificate with your Costco membership.
Yeah. Oh, golly geez. It sounds plausible. It really does. But I'm going to go with false just to be contrarian. And I'm going to guess that it's something else that came to him from like a ghost. Something like brain surgery or something. And not chiropractic care. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's, you know what? Acupuncture. Acupuncture is what came through a ghost.
I was going to say brain surgery. That would explain Ben Carson, but.
Oh, come on. Ben's harmless.
Well.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that it was actually acupuncture that was taught by a ghost.
So you're false.
And that chiropractic care was taught by a demon. That's where I'm going with this.
And you were true, Michael, right?
Yes, I say true.
Okay. The answer actually is true.
Yay.
Chiropractic's founder, D.D. Palmer, claimed the core ideas were communicated to him through a spiritual revelation. Yes, it involved a séance.
Are you ever going to give us a false? Because you gave us 5 truths for the pilot.
Oh, yeah. There's falses.
And then we've got, 2 truths here.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who's ever gone on a limb and said false.
There's falses.
I was going to, Dan, but
Michael to just be true.
But I was going to, but I if she had said anything else but chiropractic, but chiropractor that is so on brand with chiropractors that I totally bought it.
But so is my belief that it might have been a demon.
Well, I mean, yes, it could have been a demon. Anyway,
exactly.
I have to keep you guessing.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing.
I know. Now you're guessing. You're like, is there going to be?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Go.
A chicken once lived several years after having its head cut off.
Well, I would need more information. Did they sew the wound?
Reattach the head? Did they do cranial reattachment? I would say, I mean, chickens don't, well, they don't really even live after having their heads cut off per se. So no, this one I would say is false, but
well, there's the problem of eating and breathing.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
What is not being specified here is this something that happened over on Old McDonald's farm, or did it happen in a lab? Because this is the kind of World War II German Japanese kind of BS that they would have tried, only they would have tried it on a human.
Excuse me, Fjord. We've managed to make a chicken live for 7 years after cutting off its head, sir. And what is that useful for us? Well, if our soldiers get decapitated, sir, we could possibly bring them back. I see. Continue this research.
Uh-huh. That's my question. Was it done in a lab? If it's done in a lab, I'd buy it. Old McDonald's farm, not a chance.
How did that fit in the Old McDonald? On this farm, he had a chicken, and he cut his head off, and it lived for 7 years. I don't know. I don't remember that verse in the song. I'm trying to.
But there can't be a bok here or a bok there because the chicken head's
might
dead.
be in the extended mix. I'm thinking.
But see, there is
the
that
12-inch version.
The B side.
There is that old saying, running around like a chicken with your head cut off.
Yeah.
Boy, I say, boy, you're just running around. You're talking so much, your tongue's going to get a sunburn, boy.
I'm very torn on this one.
No, I'm going to say false.
Because of the possibility of it being lab.
Yeah, German lab, some sort of, yes.
I'm going to say true, and I'm going to say it was the Germans. Maybe. Are we locked in on this one, Michael?
The Germans. I'm going to say it's false.
All right, we've got 30 seconds left, but we don't need them. What do we got?
Okay, it's false, but it's not for the reason you guys thought. The famous case was actually real, but exaggerated. Mike the Headless Chicken lived for 18 months without a head, not several years. There was a chicken that lived named 18 Mike. Months. Yeah, and they took him around. He was like a sideshow.
How did they feed
it? Very carefully, like a dropper into the hole of its neck.
How?
What is wrong with people?
How?
Again, this is why you need to sign up so you can
kill it.
So you can dive into all.
Who was doing this? Was it the Germans? Was it my people? Must have been the Russians. We bring chicken around to circus. Look at this chicken with head cut off. What are you doing? The Russian chicken's much stronger than weak Yankee chicken. Yankee chicken die in 2 seconds. They have to cut off head. This chicken can lift 5 times body weight.
If I'm remembering correctly, somebody wasn't supervising him after they fed him, and it choked, and that's how it actually died.
Freya's over here. She heard this story. She's down here. She's excited about this chicken. She's getting hungry.
Showed up actually as we're talking. About
the cats. We're talking chicken. The cats show up.
It's like, and Io never shows up in the studio. She's like, "Where is this thing?"
Yeah,
I must see it. Oh man,
she wants to chase a headless chicken around the office. Oh, you can see her ears. There you go.
What is the matter with people? All right.
Yep.
All right. Headless chickens are real, but it was still false because it was only 18 months.
Yeah, only.
Yeah, but still, 18 months without a head is a freaking long time.
18 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
A year and a half. What? God.
Yeah.
Chicken could have got its law degree.
It could have.
It might be a better lawyer than several that we see on our other channel.
Well.
Oh, heavens. Number 4.
Yeah, sure.
Go. Oh, don't stop. I gotta reset the timer. All right.
Go. Now go?
Yeah, now go.
A Japanese World War II holdout did not surrender until 1974, nearly 30 years after the war officially ended.
That is absolutely true. That was on an island somewhere in the Indonesian area, as I recall. But it might be false because I don't know if he surrendered or they killed him. but it was definitely a true story that there was a holdout who kept fighting. I know that for a fact. I'm going to go with true, though, and say he did surrender and he wasn't killed.
I know that a number of TV shows have parodied this idea. Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm just thinking, like, there's all these different shows that have had sort of similar themes to this, and it obviously came from somewhere. And I know I've heard this somewhere. I don't know if it was World War II. I'm pretty sure it was, though. I seem to remember this being true, but I'm just trying to remember if it was 30 years later. But it might be false because it was only like the chicken. It might only be 15 years later. But I'm kind of thinking that this is actually completely true, just based on a lot of the pop culture references that have been made to it. And I seem to remember hearing about this. That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I know the basis of the story is true, the base points of it. Some of the finer points that the trickery that's going on tonight might get us to be wrong. I can
There's
see.
some skullduggery here.
There is. However, as I recall the story, he would hide out in the jungle, and then he would like come in at night and like raid villages and do bad things and stuff.
I seem to remember that, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'm definitely leaning. Yeah, I'm gonna say that is true. That's where I'm at with this, just because I'm sure I remember this.
Yeah, I think we're both locked in on true then. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we can cut that one early too. What is it, Bethy?
Okay, it is true. Several holdouts remained in hiding for decades. Hiruhu Onoda surrendered in March 1974, and Teruo Nakamura, discovered later that year on Morotai Island, was the last confirmed holdout to surrender. And that was in December. So December 1974 was the actual last confirmed surrender.
Wow. I mean, talk about commitment.
Yeah. No, I was thinking that very same thing. You would be hard pressed, I think, outside of maybe some of the groups in the Middle East right now to find that level of commitment to one's country and cause.
Yep.
But also, maybe you should like come out every once in a while and say, "Hey guys, we're still fighting."
Hey, where'd everybody go? Hey, why are they building all these buildings over here? What's going on?
Yeah. Last one?
Last one.
Go.
Ready?
Yep.
The glass harmonica, an instrument invented by Benjamin Franklin, was believed in the 1700s to cause nervous disorders and madness, leaving some physicians and cities to discourage or restrict its use.
So the harmonica causes madness.
The glass harmonica that was invented by Benjamin Franklin in the 1700s was believed to cause nervous disorders and madness, which led some physicians in cities to discourage its or restrict its use.
I don't know.
I would say I would lean true on that, but I can't. I'm not entirely. This one I'm not entirely sure about, but I mean, wait. I mean, we did have really, really dumb beliefs about everything. I mean, we still do, but I mean,
I was gonna say we did.
Yeah, I mean that was, but still, it's like that. That's how are you making that sound with that thing? So that's witchcraft. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just by default, if I hear something stupid from the 18th century, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it's true. Just because of how stupid things were in the 18th century.
So you're telling me I need more modern questions?
No, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, our airports didn't even function back then properly,
Yeah.
from what I understand. Uh, but I'm going to say that that's true. I don't have any basis for that, but
I'm wondering if it was that invention or something else. Or it wasn't the glass harmonica, it was the porcelain one or some other trickery you're pulling on us. But I tend to agree with you, Michael. It sounds like the kind of lunacy that we've come to expect from questions from that era. And I don't have any reason to discount it. I'm going to say true. Lock it in. Final answer.
Yeah, because I know we're going to hear, you know, or, you know, they'll be like, well, that wasn't true, but it was really the accordion causes UTIs or something, you know, like it's going to be something, you know, equally strange like that. But I'm going to say true as well.
That's the flute, Michael.
Yes. Well,
and
American Pie.
That's an American Pie reference.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. It is true. People genuinely believe this eerie instrument could disturb the nerves or the mind, and some doctors and cities warned against it. Modern historians think it was more superstition and misunderstanding than proven medical danger. But there are some reports out there that people who played it often died mysteriously. And some people attribute it to the noise. Some people also attribute it to the fact that they were overexposed to the lead glass that made the instrument itself.
The lead glass probably makes the most sense. However, we do know that certain frequencies of sound do damage the human body.
Yes.
So, you know, the lead glass is probably a more logical explanation, but I wouldn't put it past a certain frequency coming out and doing harm. I mean, it's right up next to your head.
Yeah.
Think about that when listening to Alanis Morissette.
It's always listen at a safe distance. All right. Well, this was fun, Michael.
Yes. I would say it was fine.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she comes up with this for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Heaven help us.